everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Reset and Rise. Reset and Rise is specially designed to help you reset your subconscious mind, reset your challenges, and rise above it. So, to introduce myself, hi everyone, I am Juhi Chetani, life and mindset coach, energy healer, and a tarot card reader by profession. And I'm on a mission to help people achieve emotional freedom, and manifest their dream life. So, today on Reset and Rise, we have a special guest with us, Anuradha Goyal, who has been over 17 years corporate leadership experience, and as a spiritual seeker, counselor, psychologist, and life coach, she helps individuals to awaken their inner power and create the life they desire to. So, um, very warm welcome to Anuradha Goyal. Hello, Anu,
Yes.
and welcome to Reset and Rise.
Thank you, Juhi, for inviting me. Super excited to have this conversation with you today.
So, we are super excited to have you here today, and also we would like to know more about you.
Absolutely, Juhi. So, you already mentioned that I'm coming from 17 years of rich and diverse experience from corporate leadership, where I led multiple critical impact projects. Um, and then something shifted inside me, and now I guide ambitious individuals to shift them from burnout to brilliance through transformational coaching and subconscious healing. So basically, my mission is to help growth driven working professionals to master their energy, dissolve inner chakras, and rewire their self doubt. So, I've been designed my system, which is known as Charismatic Energy System, which I call it personally. It is a fusion of NLP, mindfulness, and energy healing, and so that people who come to me, they can unlock their 2 hours plus extra hours every single day, and they get that focused productivity daily to be able to attract 10x better health, career growth, relationship, and impact income without sacrificing their peace and purpose. I'm also a founder of Charismatic Inspiring Women podcast. I'm an author of 4 empowering books. That's a little about me.
So that's really amazing, Anu, and you are doing great job helping people to uh, achieve their desired goal. That's really amazing, and I totally seconded that. Yes, with this productivity hacks and this this system of energy and NLP works together very well, and is definitely going to help everyone. So for
Thank
our audience, we need little guidance and little insightfulness related to uh, what you teach, I mean, what you coach to people. So, firstly, I would like to know, like, most professional, they feel overwhelmed yet not productive. So, what is the secret link that you can share, which is between energy and productivity?
So, yes, this question is very close to my heart, and thank you for asking this question, Juhi. So, I personally feel that I have seen this both ways in terms when I was in my corporate leadership role and in coaching the client, especially. So, productivity, most people feel that productivity isn't about the number of hours you put into what you want to achieve in your life. It's about the quality of the energy that you put in to create something, and if your mind is cluttered, um, your emotions are scattered, and most importantly, if your body is drained, no matter how much time you give to your output, will always be poor. You will not be able to excel that things in your life. And with me personally, when you master your energy, you just don't get more done, but you do it with lot of clarity, with lot of focus, with lot of creativity, that that brings an energy shift inside you. That is one thing. And second is, energy is hidden in each one of us. All it needs is a currency of productivity. And again, I would come back to it. It's not about how many hours you're putting, how with a little efforts, how can you bring that best productivity. So that is my take on this.
That's super awesome. And I totally agree that uh, you have to be productive and not feel burnt out or stressed out doing the things what you do. Uh,
Absolutely.
I would like to know that initially you mentioned that just to they can regain 2 hours of extra without working longer. So can you show some light on that?
Absolutely. So, like I said, it's more about energy alignment. When your energy is right, you feel that sort of elevation coming from within. Number one is that, which I personally believe it. And in my charismatic energy system, I help professionals to dissolve that inner chakos. There's so much of chaos, and I have seen people working in corporate that they don't enjoy working. They are exhausted completely. There's so much of self doubt within them. There's a pressure of bosses that you need to perform, competition with colleagues. So, the moment you stop leaking your energy into an overthinking, or comparison, or getting that judgment of fear, failure, you automatically start reclaiming your hours. Yeah. For example, I would like to add here that I had a client who always felt stuck in endless meeting, and whenever she wanted to go in any meeting, she used to lose her confidence. She was supposed to say something else during her presentation, during her thoughts, creativity, but then she came up always landing up something else. And all of this started, you know, uh, she started getting those emotional triggers. And the moment she worked with me, she reduced her reactivity, and suddenly her evenings felt like free. So that once you start getting that extra 2 hours for yourself, you feel that you're so wholesome. Yeah, so that is something I really want to add. And then that's how you can unlock those extra hours, by reclaiming the energy with your consciously wasting time on not doing something which is unproductive, but you start focusing on what you're supposed to do, and that creates a joy within yourself.
Super, super amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this. And I definitely believe that people feel completely drained working over and over and being in the doing mode. And as you said, energy alignment is the important thing that they must be aware of. Definitely, uh, this will give a pleasure to those who follow it. But one thing that people feel stuck in day-to-day monotonous life. So, what are the hidden energy drainers typically on weekdays, and how can we neutralize them?
So for me, the three biggest energy drains are: number one is your unprocessed emotions. Okay, so when I say the unprocessed emotion, what I mean by that is um, frustration, self doubt, any guilt uh, you have from, with anything, with your family, at your workplace, whatever it is for you, and all of this sitting in your background. So I especially say it is an unprocessed emotions, and we don't even know that from where we have carried these unprocessed emotions.
Right.
For example, if you go at your work and somebody is giving you any sort of feedback, you suddenly start taking it in a negative way rather than reacting in a positive way, that the person is trying to say something, but you will not focus on what feedback they are giving, but that one single negative feedback, you will hold it inside. Yeah. and then we keep thinking about it, we drain our energy, and like, she did this to me, he did this to me, and there are so many things, right? So yeah, that is first, is unprocessed emotion. Second is distraction. What I mean by distraction is, um, many of us, these days, we have lot many apps in our phone, yeah.
Yes,
And what happens with this is the constant notifications you get on your phone, rather than, you focusing on your work, you start seeing that, you have that curiosity to see what notification have you got, and then we start scrolling one after other, one after other, which really really kills our time, right? So, and because of this, what happens is, you don't get that ability to be in a present moment, rather than you become inability to be in the present moment, and then you lose your focus on what you're doing, yeah. So that is the second one, is the distraction. Third one is the negative self talk, which is really really a big one, I would say. The silent critic inside us, we all have this. Number one is, we are the biggest enemy of ourselves, right? Like, we keep saying that I'll not be able to present myself, I'll not be able to do this. We have started labeling ourselves that, I'm a lazy bum, I am so and so forth, and all of this comes and sits in your subconscious mind, right? And then you start believing it, that you're a lazy person, you can't do this. If somebody has a fear of social media, then you have already made your mind that I can't go on social media, because it is your belief, right? And all of this takes a lot of chaos in your life. And what I want to add here is, how can you neutralize them fast? So the quick neutralizer is, always I say it to every client, and I personally follow this. Number one is pause. No matter what you're doing, take a break, pause. Second thing is, which is really really very helpful, is to breathe in, the four counts of inhalation and the four count of exhalation. So breathe in. When you're breathing in, start observing your breath. How do you feel in that particular moment? Is it creating some anxiousness without you, or are you okay with your breath? Are you feeling that calmness inside? Yeah. So second one is breath, and third one is reset. So you can always have that option. If you're feeling any negative thoughts inside you, anything that is disturbing out to you, you can always take a pause from that, and rather than focusing too much on it, you can always reset yourself. So reset in the sense, you can just go out and take a small walk, listen to your favorite music, just open some quote and read, listen to your somebody who is a motivation for you, listen to their talks, and just by resetting it, you come to that neutralized state, which we call in. So the three things which I shared is pause, breath, reset, and just taking 2 minutes to consciously breathe, to feel your emotions instead of fighting them. And I always affirm this, and I always tell this to my client also. When you feel scattered, just say this affirmation, breathe in and say this affirmation, that I'm centered. This small thing can shift your energy instantly, and energy mastery isn't complicated. It's all about the conscious choices that you make in your day to day life.
really, really amazing. So you have shared all these hacks, I mean, which pause, breath, and reset. Definitely, which is important for us, which we actually don't realize in day-to-day life. Working throughout the day with piled up with meetings and piled up with conferences, people hardly get time to take a pause or take a breath. So amazing. This will definitely help professionals to overcome the challenge they are facing. But problem is that still people find that time management is very difficult for us, or they feel uh, like they fail to achieve that their productivity. So can you just guide on that, that how can they manage their time and productivity?
Absolutely. So coming from corporate and I have always focused on my time management, and I always taught my team also. Like people used to get so much exhausted with the work, the kind of reports we are supposed to make. So this is something which I have always tasted. Um, Number one, I feel is because they focus only on external things. Okay, when I say external, it's your environment around you, uh, calendars, to-do list, apps, all of this is there. But then if you just focus that, with the sense of, is it really you want to do? Number one is that, are you really want to do it, or you're just doing it for the sake of doing it? Yeah, that is very very important. No, I just want to finish this task. Why you want to finish this task? Are you, what is the reason? Ask yourself these deep questions. Okay. And other thing which I really want to add is, high achievers don't lack tools, they lack inner alignment. Because I just mentioned that we are all running behind to complete our to do list, but are we feeling connected consciously to what are we doing? Even at your workplace, if you want to create something, or your boss has said something to you and you want to bring that creativity, are you doing with the sense of because your boss has asked to do, or it is coming from your inner self completion? That is very very important, right? So again, I'll keep coming back to the inner alignment. The energy really plays a very important role. And if your subconscious belief says that I am never enough, or I must prove myself, trust me, Juhi, when I say this, no system will save you from this. You will keep overloading yourself when you start saying this kind of things to yourself. For me, I always say that productivity hack fails because they don't address the energy and mindset, and all of that creates a block which doesn't help you to drive your inner behavior system. So I think people need to understand that no matter what you do, even if you want to, um, many people say that they don't get time for a workout. Again, my
Right.
question is, why do you want to work out? Do you want to work out because you love your body, or do you want to work out because whatever the xyz reason is? So your inner alignment plays a very very important role.
Really helpful, Anu, as said that yes, energy alignment is definitely the base of something that we start doing. Agar if we don't do it with alignment, it doesn't work. Absolutely true. So, as you said, more people feel that they are not confident. So, confidence is more than just a mindset, right? So, how do the energy blockages sabotage professional growth?
It is really a big one when we talk about confidence, Johi. And I've been talking to many clients, and I've seen in my workplace also, confidence is not just thinking positive. These
Right.
days we
Absolutely.
see that social media is bumping us up, positive row, you do this, you do that, and everything shifted. It is not that. Confidence comes from within. Confidence is having
Correct.
that courage inside you,
Right.
so that is something I always relate to. And if it is an embodiment of energy state, when we talk about confidence, so if your chakras are blocked, if you feel that you are lethargic, if you feel that you cannot create success, And there are so many other things. So if your inner child wounds are unhealed, you can wear confidence like a mask, but I would say that it will not last for a longer time, you know. To having that true sense as a person, as a, what is your reflection when I look into a mirror, how do I feel about myself? Am I that person operating at my workplace? Am I that person operating in my family, or I just want to be a people pleaser person? You know, so because there's so much competition outside, I become who others want me to become, but I'm with my inner self. So for me it has always been that. And just to add on to it, like energy block shows up as a hesitations in everything, be it if you want to do presentation, in your meetings. It could be a fear of visibility that people are not noticing me. Somebody's just come back and the person is grabbing the attention, but why aren't you able to get that attention? Why aren't you able to get that attention? Why aren't you able to get that visibility? So it's big. Always saying yes. Like I said, are you doing it for your inner, with your inner soul, or you're doing it because someone has said you to do? So which you mean is clearing those blocks allows your authentic charisma to shine, and that's when the real confidence radiates. So when I say I'm confident, do I believe that I'm confident? If I am confident, no matter what people outside say, it doesn't matter to me because I know I'm super confident.
Definitely. So amazing sharing, Anu. So जैसे आपने बोला, so can you share some technical, I mean some practical techniques so to we can rewire that self-doubt that will help them to be a confident person.
Absolutely. So one of the thing I always come back is energy alignment, right? Uh, I always also say that this is one of my favorite technique, which I called it as an energy flip technique. Okay, we especially use this kind of techniques in NLP. We use this technique to rewire our subconscious mind. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite, which I called it as energy flip technique. Number one, what you need to do is notice the self doubt thought. Okay, what is that thought? Observe it. How do you feel it in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? uh, are you feeling loose? Are you feeling tight? Are you feeling suffocated? Start observing this kind of emotions when you are having those kind of self doubt. Second thing, all you need to do is place your hand on your heart, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, whose voice is this? Is it your inner voice? Is it even mine? Or often it is an old conditioning that has come from any past experience. So it's very important to ask this question to yourself, you know. And when you question yourself, how are you feeling about it? Okay, so whatever that feeling would be, the third technique is replace it with a proof statement that feels true. So, for example, I say, I am safe to be seen. My presence adds value. My earlier belief was that I am not seen. People don't appreciate me for whatever I do. Okay, so now what am I reforming as? The power statement, what I would say to myself is, I'm safe to be seen. My presence add value wherever I go. And when you combine this affirmation with your breath and body anchoring within your emotions, you start to rewire not just your mind, but also an energy field. And that is how confidence becomes magnetic. So when people say that I have a fear of public speaking, why do you feel that you have a fear of public speaking? You know, ask this question. And what happens when I go and speak? Am I being expressive enough? so that the other person understands it. So this kind of questions you can do. And these are the very small three steps which I told you. Is first is observe your thoughts, second is take a deep breath and ask a question related to that specific thought, and third is write it down.
Sorry, I think there was. Are you there?
Yes.
So we move on to next question. That as you said that inner child wounds or our limiting beliefs show up into our day-to-day decision making. So what do you think that inner child is? Inner child reflects in our career. How can we come to know that it is our inner child wounds that is showing up in our career life?
So many professionals don't realize this, but it's so sad and it's so true that if even you can go and research about it, uh, it's their 7-year-old self is often running the show. So it is it people might wonder that how 7 years old, but you can, when you get time, sit with yourself, start observing your life patterns, and this is a very big one, which I always tell it to my clients. And if you were criticized as a child, you might avoid taking those bold decisions at work. So it could be from your school teacher, it could be from your friends, it could be from your relatives, and there are so many things that we go through from childhood, right? So that one or two statements somebody's passed on you, you start believing it. Yeah. So that comes from inner child. Third is, if love was conditional, you may constantly seek validations from bosses, not only from bosses, but again from your partners for that matter, again from your loved ones for that matter. So this plays a vicious cycle in every area of your life, right? And just to add on to what you asked, if you constantly seek validations from people, your inner child wounds will completely disguise uh, the, the person as a perfectionism, or it can also create a fear of failure. And which is why healing that inner child liberates you to make that decision from wisdom and not from your past experiences. So that is something I really want to add.
Thank you so much, Anu, for letting us know because many people are not actually aware how inner child reflects in your current reality, and also very well shared about how we can overcome that self-doubt and rewire our mindset to achieve whatever we desire. Amazing share, Anu. I think all the hacks, all the productivity hacks and the techniques to rewire our mindset will definitely help us. So, one more thing I would like to know for our audience that if someone implements charismatic energy system today, so what's first visible transformation they can expect in us or confidence and career growth?
So, like you have noticed me, I have been talking about energy alignment. I've been talking about your energy, how you feel, right? So, that is my major focus. The very first shift is always someone who comes to the charismatic energy system, he or she will lead with lot of clarity, you know. So once you have a clarity in what you want to do, once you have that clarity in taking your decisions, uh, it becomes a game changer. And when I say clarity, not with hustle bustle way, we will have those clarity, we will make those decisions with lot of calmness, because if your energy is in alignment, you can do all of this with very very ease. So my very first focus is to bring that clarity and calmness. And within days, when they come to me, we sit together, we discuss on their life patterns, and we try to remove those limiting beliefs one by one. And then what happens is, it is really a very very deep work. And within few days, within few months, they start seeing that um, notice change in themselves, of becoming kind of a less reactive, more focused, and making decision with lot of confidence. So I always tell my clients that, in fact, my client always come and tell me this, that they start feeling lighter. They have started gaining that extra 2 hours of productivity, because we sit and we create those kind of customization as per the client's need. Okay, so there are specific habit trackers which I give it to them if they have any certain goals to achieve. So it's like, more closely we work, the better the life becomes. So it's totally customized. And of course, you earlier asked me confidence. The confidence rises, kind of, a lot of opportunities will start expanding, because when your energy changes, the world around you responds in a different way altogether. And that is how I keep saying that you can reclaim those 2 hours with lot of confidence, career growth, and you are ready to make your 10x life the way you want to create.
Absolutely amazing, Anu. Thank you so much for creating such a system. And I totally believe that once that energy alignment is done and the system is followed properly, definitely it will help you reclaim 2+ hours to enjoy your life, to lead that happy life that you deserve and desire. So thank you so much for being with here us today, and thank you so much for letting us know how we can reset and rise into our life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juhi, for having me here today. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. And one message that I really, really want to give it for your audience who will be listening us later. So the very first thing I want to say is, your energy introduces you even before you speak. No matter where you are right now in your life, it is really, really important. So it is always have that observant check of your energy. Number one is that. And my message is very very simple for each one of them: protect your energy as much as you protect your goals, right? That is very very important. Number two is, heal what holds you back, because when you start healing your inner wounds, automatically you start centering your outer world. And third is, remember that the most charismatic, confident version of you is already within you. It is just that it needs to be awakened. So that is my message to each one of them.
Absolutely well said, Anu. So, yes, to the audience who would like to connect us, there will be a link in the description below. You can feel free to connect to us and reach out to us, and we are here to help you. So, see you all soon in a very next episode of Reset and Rise with a new guest and a new learnings. Thank you so much for being with us here today.